Welcome back to another fantasy fight. This time Sonny Liston goes up against the Duke, Tommy Morrison. These two sluggers are going to have a great fight. I'm really looking forward to it. This fight would not last long if in reality. They're both about the same size. Both of them throw punches with bad intentions. It's going to be a great matchup. Hope you enjoy it. Sonny Liston versus Tommy Morrison. Let's take a look at Charles Sonny Liston. He held the heavyweight title from 1962 to 1964, recognized by Ring Magazine. 54-0 was his impressive career record. 1958 to 63 he was in his prime. He stood 6'2", 218, and had an incredible 84-inch reach, which really is going to give him an advantage in this fight, or actually against any fighter. He's going to have an advantage. Very big man. Tommy Morrison, he was the WBO champion in 1993, which was lightly regarded. Had an impressive record of 48-3-1. 1991 to 95 was his prime, 6'2", 221, and had only a 76-inch reach. So there's going to be a big discrepancy there in the reach total.
From Denver, Colorado, weighing 218 pounds, wearing the black trunks with the white trim, the heavyweight champion of the world, Charles Sonny Liston.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with stars and bars, weighing in at 226 pounds, this knockout artist has a professional record of 36 victories with 32 KOs against only one defeat. He comes here tonight from Kansas City. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the number 2 ranked heavyweight in the world, Tommy the Duke Morrison.
Now let's take a look at Sonny Liston in his 1959 fight against Cleveland Williams. These were two of the best fighters in the world at the time. They were avoided by most boxers in the heavyweight division. And you notice the jab that Liston possesses. Williams had a lot of power. And also remember, this is not the Cleveland Williams that fought Muhammad Ali in 1966 and was knocked out in the third round. Cleveland Williams had been shot in 1964 and was nowhere near the fighter that he was in 1959. Notice Liston's body punches. He can punch from a distance. He can punch in close. And you can see he can put down Williams. This is why Williams was a crowd favorite. Most guys would just stay down. Not Cleveland Williams. He's going to get up. He's going to fight. He was a warrior. In his prime, he was a deadly force. Liston gets up, and once again, just an assault. No wasted energy, very efficient punches, puts Williams down again. Now remember, Williams had fought the best fighters in the heavyweight division, Ernie Terrell and several others, and the fight stopped. Here's their 1960 rematch. Williams comes out more aggressive, and this is the punishment that he just unloads on Liston. Look at the punishment that Liston can take. He can take a punch. Not only does he take a punch, now he comes back and counters and goes on the assault. These two guys, I don't care when they fought, they were going to be top flight heavyweights. Both of them fought with power. Remember, this is 1960. Had they not been African American, they would have made a lot more money, I can guarantee you that. But in 1960, especially in Houston, Texas, there were a lot of racist viewpoints at that time in the country. There you see the jab, left hook, and he puts Williams down. Once again, Williams shows a complete warrior mentality, gets up. Who would do that? Who would want any more punishment? And then Liston just moves in and just bombards him. The fight is finally stopped. This is what Tommy Morrison would have to go against. And this is why Sonny Liston is considered an all-time great. Fight is finally stopped. And Sonny Liston takes one more step towards the heavyweight championship that he's going to win in 1962 against Floyd Patterson. Now let's take a look at Liston's one-punch knockout over Westphal. I believe he was from Germany. He was one of the top contenders. This catapulted Liston into the heavyweight championship fight in 1962 against champions Floyd Patterson. Westphal is out. He has never been off his feet. Obviously never been knocked out. One punch. It's over. And here Liston is in 1962 after finally all the years of being avoided by the champion. He finally gets Floyd Patterson in the ring. And of course he does what he did to everybody else in the division. He knocks him out. First round knockout. They have a rematch in 1963. It's a repeat. He's an impressive boxer. Remember, he was controlled by the mob. And that's why a lot of people did not want him to fight for the title. There's no doubt he was controlled by the mob. And there Patterson's counted out. Now this is a 1965 rematch between Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay, and Sonny Liston. And I know a lot of you are upset because I call this a dive. He took a dive. This was not a legitimate. Yeah, he hit him with a punch. You saw what kind of punches Liston could take. He threw the fight. I've probably studied this event more than any sporting event in my lifetime. I'm telling you, there's no doubt in my mind. Several different reliable sources have told me as such, and of course the naked eye doesn't lie. Watch him get up here. This is a terrible way. Watch him. He's trying to fake it. He's trying to make it look good. He's coherent. Watch him roll. There he goes down again. If I upset you, go ahead and put it in the comments. I'm just telling you, it was a first round fake. He was controlled by the mob. He was told to take a dive, and he did it. Enough said. Does he look like a man who wants to fight? No. He's wanting to get out of the ring. Now we get to take a look at Tommy Morrison, the Duke, against Razor Ruddock. These were two big bangers. Ruddock had made his name against Mike Tyson in his two fights. And Ruddock was a big man. And Morrison, when he fought, there was going to be action. I mean, toe-to-toe. Somebody's going to go down. It's not like he's going to just sit there and wing it and not take you out. Watch this left hook. Is that one of the nicest left hooks you've ever seen? Morrison was always in a fight because he always carried that left hook. And here he is coming in against Razor Ruddock. Now, in Ruddock's defense here, they stopped the fight prematurely, much like they did against Tyson. He's just covered up. He's fine. They finally stop it. That's Tommy Morrison. Incredible power. You can see Ruddock's all over him, controlling the fight, and one punch changes it. Up where we're going to watch Tommy Morrison against Ray Mercer. Mercer was just what I label a beast. He was just a tough guy. And this is Morrison unloading the tank against him. Typical of what he did against Ben. I believe the WBO championship was at stake in this fight. And now Mercer starts coming back. I believe this is third round action. Oh, it's fourth round. I'm sorry. Notice Morrison's combinations. This is a war, much like Sonny Liston and Cleveland Williams. They just go at it. Mercer took a punch about as well as any heavyweight in history. There you can see some slow-mo. Now let's take a look at the comparison chart. Hand speed, I'm going to give the advantage to Tommy Morrison. He had very fast hands. Boxing ability, Liston has the definite advantage in that area. Both of them were great offensive fighters. Liston had the superior chin. Size, no advantage. Liston was a better defensive fighter, and endurance, very similar. Looking at the second chart, adaptability, no advantage. Foot speed, no advantage. Strength, both of them were very strong. But now we get into the jab. Liston had a big advantage there. He had an 84-inch reach, so he wins the advantage in both of those. Cuts and body attack, no advantage to either fighter. Overall, Liston has a 5-1 advantage, and that is significant when two fighters are meeting. Before I render my decision on the Sonny Liston-Tommy Morrison fight, please hit the like button and subscribe, and I'd love to hear your comments on who you think would win this fight. Well, after looking at these two fighters, you realize that this would be an action-packed fight which is not going to last very long. I think the fight would evolve much like Liston's fight against Cleveland Williams, where Tommy Morrison would get the advantage in the first couple rounds. I think Liston would endure just like he did against Cleveland Williams, and just like Tommy Morrison did against Ray Mercer and Michael Bent. After emptying the tank, he's knocked out. I look for Sonny Liston to knock out Tommy Morrison in the third round. Thanks for watching. Now let's look at the brackets. Sonny Liston advances against Tommy Morrison with his third round knockout, and he's going to fight the winner of the George Foreman-Ernie Terrell fight. This is a third round matchup in our tournament. Thanks for watching.